You asked to see the boss? I'm Johnny Dang, the king of bling. He said,
everybody who's watching, if you got anything from Johnny, check that because that boy be putting that CBD in y'all.
Johnny Dang, the so-called king of bling, is now right in the middle of a crazy rumor storm. People are seriously saying this man might have been selling fake diamonds to rappers, and the whole thing sounds wild. And this didn't come from some random internet troll either. It came from someone who used to be deep inside his circle.
But also keep in mind, Johnny started off as a wholesaler. He was a manufacturer for people like me who would go out and sell to the public.
His own former employee stepped out and told everyone straight up, go get your jewelry checked. That one warning had people moving fast. And once they actually started checking, everything got shaky real quick. Chains, grills, watches, nothing felt safe anymore. Pieces that cost millions suddenly had people second-guessing everything. What used to shine with confidence now had folks looking twice like, wait, is this even real? Here's how it all started falling apart. Around mid-March 2026, the hip-hop internet went into full meltdown mode.
I look at Johnny Dang, he's the biggest culture vulture.
And it all traced back to one moment, one Instagram Live, and one insanely expensive grill. Houston rapper Sauce Walka, someone who had been rocking with Johnny Dang for years, jumped online and completely blew the situation wide open. And no, this wasn't quiet or controlled. This was loud, messy, and impossible to ignore. He didn't hold back at all. It felt like he lit a match and tossed it straight into a 20-year relationship for everyone to watch burn. Sauce popped up on Live, flashing a brand new permanent grill worth over $1 million. And that's when everything really started spiraling.
And that's really the reason why I left, because there was no loyalty in none of this shit that he was saying.
But here's where things get real messy. That grill Sauce was flexing, it wasn't made by Johnny Dang at all. It came from Geo, also known as Plug Geo, Johnny's former employee. Let that sit for a second. That's not just switching jewelers, that's straight up switching sides. And Sauce didn't move quiet either, not even close. He turned it into a whole moment. Right there on Live, he pulled out his old Johnny Dang pieces and basically retired them on the spot like they were done forever. Then he told his followers to do the same. Swap out the old and go straight to Geo. That's loud, no filter, no hesitation.
And he wasn't talking small money either. Sauce said he dropped hundreds of thousands over the years, possibly over $500,000 with Johnny. We're talking custom grills, chains, even a huge Cuban link chain so expensive it had to be handled inside a bank. That's serious money on the line. But here's the accusation that really shook everything. Sauce claimed he was paying top-tier prices for natural diamonds while allegedly getting lab-grown stones instead. In simple terms, he felt played, straight up.
Being on grills, yeah. This is something that's something that still is kind of unbelievable to me. Of course, one, because of how, big the song is.
Now this next part gets a little technical, but it's the reason the internet went crazy. Lab-grown diamonds and natural diamonds look exactly the same. Same shine, same sparkle, same toughness. You can't tell the difference just by looking at them. Even jewelers with basic tools struggle to spot the difference. It takes advanced lab testing to really know what's real and what's what. Visually, they're identical. But the price difference? That's where it gets serious. As of 2026, lab-grown diamonds can cost up to 70% less than natural ones. A natural diamond might run around $5,000, while a lab version of similar quality could be under $1,500. That gap is massive. So if someone is selling lab-grown stones at natural diamond prices, that's when people start yelling finesse. That's the core of the whole situation right there. Now, Sauce Walka may have lit the match, but the gasoline? That came from someone even closer to the source. Geo himself, aka Plug Geo. And nah, he wasn't just some outsider talking wild for attention. He used to work directly with Johnny Dang for years before leaving around 2021. So when he finally spoke up, people listened. Geo jumped on Instagram Live and started putting everything out there. How he was treated, how much he was getting paid, and what he claimed was really going on behind the scenes. No filter, no holding back. According to Geo, he was constantly flying out multiple times a week, dealing with high-profile clients, moving serious money, and helping bring in millions. But despite all that, He said he was only getting paid $10 an hour with a small commission. That alone had people raising eyebrows fast. He also claimed he asked for a raise, trying to go from 2% to 4%, and got denied. On top of that, he said money was getting taken out of his checks over small mistakes. That already sounded rough. But then came the claim that really shook everything. Gio alleged that lab-grown diamonds were being used and sold as natural stones, with certifications included, while prices were heavily marked up.
Nobody was doing nothing. Nobody was doing that I was doing for you, bro. You sitting at your $1 million mansion, chilling, drinking your cognac, like.
He claimed pieces that cost just a few thousand to make were being sold for tens of thousands. That's a huge gap, and people immediately started connecting the dots. What Sauce Walka and Plug Gio were saying hit hard, because if even a small part of it is true, then the whole empire starts looking shaky. Everything Johnny Dang built, the trust, the reputation, the legacy, suddenly gets questioned in a serious way. And the fallout? It wasn't just big, it was getting ugly fast. By now, the internet was in full chaos mode. Every hip-hop page, every reaction channel, every group chat, everybody was talking about Johnny Dang and these diamond accusations. You couldn't scroll for 5 seconds without seeing wild thumbnails like Johnny Dang gets jumped or biggest jewelry scam in hip-hop. Now let's clear that up real quick. None of that actually happened. No fight, no jumping. That was straight clickbait. But even without anything physical going down, the damage was real. This hit his reputation hard, and everybody felt it. So what did Johnny do? He didn't stay quiet. Within hours of everything going viral, he responded. He jumped on Instagram and dropped a whole series of heated videos. Not one, not two, multiple clips back to back. And you could hear it in his voice right away. This wasn't fake emotion, this felt personal. This wasn't some polished PR statement written by a team either. This was raw, straight from him. A man who clearly felt betrayed after everything that was being said. We're talking about someone he had known for over 20 years, not just a customer, but someone connected through the same city, the same culture, the same rise.
The jewelry these is paying, they getting overpriced.
He spoke directly to Sauce Walka and made it clear, you don't have to do business with me, but don't throw my name around without respect. That message landed heavy. Johnny went on about their history, saying he never disrespected Sauce, never played him, never gave him freebies, but also never asked for any. According to him, it was always business and always mutual. Then he revealed something people didn't expect at all. He said he actually reached out privately before everything blew up, tried to sit down, have dinner, even offered to bring Sauce into business opportunities so they could both make money together. But instead of handling it quietly, everything went public, and that's what made it explode. Then Johnny shifted the focus to his own story. He reminded people where he came from, a village in Vietnam with nothing, no electricity, no easy path, no shortcuts, just years of grinding to build everything from the ground up. That part hit different for a lot of people watching. Now, when it came to Plug Gio, Johnny told a completely different side. He described him as a former employee who left suddenly and had his own reasons for speaking out, basically saying there's more to that story than what's being pushed right now. As for the diamond accusations, Johnny didn't go super technical in those first videos. He didn't break down every single claim piece by piece right away. Instead, he posted separate clips showing diamonds being tested inside his shop, trying to show proof in real time. And he pointed out something important. His high-end clients specifically request natural stones. He also made it clear that telling the difference between lab-grown and natural diamonds isn't simple at all. It's not something you can just eyeball and figure out in seconds. To the naked eye, they look exactly the same. And that right there added a whole extra layer to the debate. Because now it's not just about who's right or wrong, it's about how hard it is to even prove anything in the first place. While all this was going on, more names in the culture started jumping in. Chief Keef, for example, decided to test his own jewelry in public. He took his Johnny Dang pieces to a mall jeweler, had them checked on camera, and they passed as natural diamonds. He posted the results like, "My stuff is solid," keeping it calm and simple. But funny enough, that didn't calm anything down. It actually made things louder. Now everybody started doing the same thing, People were running to jewelers, filming tests, posting results back to back. And the outcomes? Mixed. Some pieces passed, some raised eyebrows, and now the internet had even more to argue about. At the same time, voices like Charleston White started getting even louder. He had already been speaking on Johnny Dang before this situation, but now way more people were paying attention. Charleston came in with strong opinions, questioning the relationship between hip-hop artists and jewelers outside the culture. He basically argued that a lot of money flows one way, without enough coming back the other way. Whether people agreed or not, his message started gaining real traction during this moment. And that shows just how deep this situation got. This wasn't just about one jeweler anymore. This turned into a bigger conversation about trust, business, and how artists are treated across the board. Then you've got smaller artists who had been speaking up even before everything exploded. One example is Money Gang Slugger, and his issue wasn't even about diamonds being fake. It was about service. He said eating, and someone else skips the line just because they've got more clout. That doesn't sit right at all, and that taps into something deeper that a lot of artists have been quietly saying for years. The idea that early supporters, the ones who helped build the brand, don't always get treated the same once things get bigger. That day one versus celebrity tension, it's real. And Sauce Walker clearly felt that too when he said he wasn't getting the same level of treatment as bigger names, even after spending serious money over the years.
Everybody who's watching, if you got anything from Johnny, check that because that boy be putting that CBD in y'all.
Now through all this noise, the accusations, the responses, the testing videos, one key person stayed completely silent, Paul Wall. And that's huge because he's not just some random name in this story. He's been Johnny Dang's business partner since the early 2000s. He helped build the whole grill movement from the ground up. But during all this chaos, nothing. No interviews, no posts, no direct response at all. And that silence had people thinking heavy. Some say he's just playing it smart, letting Johnny handle the spotlight while keeping things steady behind the scenes. Others feel like there might be more going on that hasn't come out yet. Either way, people noticed, and then there's Sauce Walker again. Because after all that loud energy and public callouts, he actually toned it down in the comments. He called Johnny a goat and said there were no hard feelings. He even posted photos back at the shop later on. That left a lot of people confused. But by that point, it didn't even matter anymore. The clips were already everywhere. Millions of views, non-stop reposts, constant debates across every platform. Once something like that goes viral, you can't pull it back. The narrative is already out there, locked in, and the damage already done. Now the entire hip-hop jewelry world is under a microscope like never before. As of late March 2026, there are still no lawsuits, no confirmed receipts, no solid independent proof showing widespread fraud. Right now, it's all social media noise. He said, mixed with a flood of opinions flying everywhere. Johnny Dang's shop is still open, doors still swinging, clients still walking in like nothing ever happened, and Paul Wall still right there beside him. But let's be real, this situation definitely left a mark. That untouchable, iced-out king image, it doesn't hit the same right now. Diamond tester videos are everywhere, trending heavy. Rappers, influencers, even regular buyers are double-checking pieces they used to wear with full confidence. Now every shine comes with a question mark. And now it's not even just about Johnny anymore. The conversation got way bigger and started spreading across the entire industry. People are side-eyeing multiple jewelers now, wondering what's really going on behind the scenes. The culture is starting to rethink everything, how money gets spent, who can actually be trusted, and what real even means anymore. That's a major shift, because at its core, this story isn't just about diamonds or grills. It goes deeper than lab-grown versus natural. This is about loyalty. Real loyalty built over years of business, relationships, and trust. And when that loyalty gets questioned in public like this, it hits different. It's also about trust on another level. The idea that when you're spending serious money, we're talking hundreds of thousands, you're getting exactly what you paid for. No shortcuts, no surprises, no hidden switches. And then comes the uncomfortable question. What happens when the people who helped build your name, the day ones, the early supporters, start feeling like they weren't treated right the whole time? That kind of doubt alone can shake everything. Now, whether Johnny Dang clears his name fully, or more proof starts coming out later, or this whole situation just fades into another chapter of hip-hop drama. One thing is clear. That crown, it's heavier than ever. He's still active, still creating, still doing business, but the whispers are loud now. The testing videos aren't slowing down anytime soon either. They're everywhere. And the questions raised by Sauce Walka, Plug Geo, and even those old Lil Durk warnings, they've already changed how people look at their jewelry for real. If more artists start dropping receipts, showing test results, or speaking out, this could go even further. But right now, everybody's watching, everybody's checking, and nobody's forgetting anytime soon. If you made it this far, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who needs to see it. Breakdown's coming soon, and trust this, you don't want to miss what's next. Then he told everyone watching something that really hit hard. Go get your jewelry checked. That clip went everywhere fast. Because this wasn't just gossip anymore. This was coming from someone who said he was actually in the room, making the pieces and dealing with the clients. That made people listen in a whole different way.
My father and my grandfathers were jewelers. So in Vietnam, when I grow up, saw them how to make jewelry. So that's got in my mind about jewelry.
Now add this on top. Geo is the same person who made Sauce Walka's new $1 million grill. So now you got both of them lined up, both pointing fingers at the same place. That's when everything started looking way more serious. But here's the twist. Some people are saying none of these claims have been proven as facts, and that part matters too. And just when it felt like things couldn't get any crazier, people started digging up old warnings from Lil Durk back in September 2021. Durk posted, "Stop buying all this jewelry without knowing what you're doing. A lot of this fake, and some is overpriced. Get one jeweler and stick to them. I'm telling you, y'all going to be pissed when the truth come out." That message hit completely different now. Back then, people didn't fully connect it, but now it's ringing loud. Around that same time, Lil Baby had his own situation with a $400,000 watch that turned out to have issues. Experts online spotted problems quickly, and the jeweler ended up apologizing, refunding him, and even adding extra jewelry as compensation. But even with that fix, the trust damage was already done. Then in 2022, Durk doubled down again, saying, "Don't blame the rapper or athletes, blame the jeweler for selling them that bogus." That only added more weight to everything. So when the 2026 drama exploded, people instantly started connecting the dots. It began to feel like the warnings had been there the whole time, but nobody really took them seriously until now. And just like that, what started as one artist switching jewelers turned into what many are calling one of the biggest jewelry controversies in hip-hop. But to really understand why this hit so hard, you have to understand who Johnny Dang is, because this isn't just some random jeweler. His story is on a whole different level. Johnny Dang, born in Vietnam, grew up in a small village with no electricity, no running water. Nothing about life was easy. But his family were jewelers, so he learned the craft early, hands-on, piece by piece. His father eventually made it out and got to Texas, starting a small jewelry shop. But Johnny didn't reunite with him until nearly a decade later. That's years of separation, real struggle, real distance. When Johnny finally arrived in Houston in 1996, he was 23, barely spoke English, and had no money. But he had skill, and he had drive. Within just 2 days, he was already working at a flea market jewelry stand, making only $35 a day. That's where it all started. No shortcuts, just work. He learned fast, adapted to American styles, and by 1998, he opened his first store. But the real turning point? That came when Paul Wall walked in. Paul pushed Johnny's grills in the streets, while Johnny perfected the craftsmanship. That partnership changed everything. They brought in cleaner designs, custom fits, and diamond grills that didn't damage teeth. That was a whole new level. Then came the moment that took things global. When they found out Nelly got a grill from somewhere else, they didn't argue, didn't complain. They made a bold move. They gifted him a fully custom grill worth $20,000, and that move paid off in a huge way. When Nelly invited Paul Wall onto Grills, a song that went #1 and became legendary, everything changed overnight. After that, everybody wanted in. Names like Lil Wayne, Beyonce, Travis Scott, Megan Thee Stallion, Gucci Mane, Migos, Floyd Mayweather. The list just kept growing. Johnny built a massive business, expanded into a huge showroom, and became a symbol of turning nothing into something big. And that's exactly why this situation feels so heavy right now. Because this brand was never just about jewelry, it was about trust. And now that trust, that's exactly what people are questioning. So what do you think? Is this all just noise, or is there something deeper going on? Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this with someone who needs to see it, and drop a comment below with your thoughts.